Welcome. This is not just a video. This is not just a list of tips. This is the beginning of a new mind, a new you, a new future. If you have ever felt like you can't focus, like your brain is always distracted, like no matter how much you try, your mind keeps jumping from one thing to another. If you feel tired, foggy, lazy, unmotivated, always reaching for your phone, and constantly failing to complete the work you promised yourself you would do, then this video is not just important. This video is necessary. Because today, you're not going to get motivation that disappears tomorrow. You're going to get the truth. You're going to learn how to fix your focus from the inside out. Permanently. Not temporarily. Not for one good week. Permanently. And you're going to learn it in the most powerful, honest, and understandable way, in simple English, so that you can also use this video to improve your English listening and vocabulary skills. So this video is a double weapon. You'll sharpen your mind and your language. Together. This video is a complete transformation guide. You will learn the real reason you can't focus anymore. And it's not your fault. The 8 permanent tools that can rewire your brain to stay focused without needing motivation. The hidden enemies of your focus that no one talks about. The science behind your distractions, explained simply so anyone can understand it. Real, powerful techniques used by top performers, elite learners, and high achievers. Practical strategies that you can use starting today without needing money or motivation. You'll also hear deep, relatable examples. You'll understand your own brain in a way that no school or textbook ever taught you. And you'll never see your phone, your room, your time, or your own habits the same way again. This is a complete focus recovery system. It is built on brain science, human behavior, real emotion, and total honesty. Tool 1. Delete the dopamine traps. Let's begin with the root of the problem. Why can't most people focus today? Why do you sit down to study and then somehow end up watching videos for hours? Why do you write a to-do list and still avoid doing what's on it? Why do you feel restless, bored, distracted, even when your goals are important? The answer is one word: dopamine. What is dopamine? Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that creates feelings of pleasure, reward, and motivation. It's the signal your brain gives you when something feels exciting. It's what makes you want to do something. And here is the truth no one told you. Dopamine is being weaponized against you. Your phone, your apps, your notifications, your content feed. They are designed to give you tiny hits of dopamine over and over again. And this creates addiction. You don't even notice it. You think you're just bored. But your brain is slowly being trained to only enjoy things that are fast, short, and instantly rewarding. So what happens when you sit down to do something that takes real time and effort, like learning, reading, studying, thinking, or working? Your brain says, "This is slow. This is boring. This doesn't give me dopamine. Let's do something else." And so you reach for your phone, again and again. Not because you're weak, not because you don't care, but because your brain has been trained to chase fast pleasure instead of deep focus. Every time you scroll, swipe, click, check, and switch between tasks, your brain releases a little bit of dopamine. These quick dopamine spikes rewire your brain. They make slow, deep work feel painful. They make it harder and harder to sit still and concentrate. This condition is called dopamine desensitization. It means your brain is now so used to cheap rewards that real effort no longer feels rewarding. That's why reading a book feels boring. That's why watching a fast video feels fun, but writing one feels difficult. That's why you can scroll for 2 hours but can't focus for 20 minutes. It's not you. It's your dopamine system. And it's broken. Delete the 3 most addictive apps from your phone. Right now, not later. Pick the ones you keep checking without reason. The ones that suck your hours and give you nothing back. It may feel uncomfortable, but that discomfort is a sign that your brain is already addicted. Turn off every notification that is not urgent. Every ping, every badge, every banner is pulling your attention like a hook. Silence them all. Schedule 1 hour of the day for complete digital silence. No phone, no music, no switching tabs. Just 1 hour of silence, stillness, and focus. Start with 1 hour, then increase it to 2. Take a 72-hour dopamine fast. That means no YouTube shorts, no scrolling, no multitasking, no background noise. Instead, do things that bring you slow, deep focus. Read. Walk without your phone. Write in a notebook. Sit in silence. Listen to your own thoughts. This will feel painful at first, because your brain is going through dopamine withdrawal. But if you survive the pain, you will earn a brain that can focus again. There was a boy who failed every single test. He wasn't stupid. He studied for hours, but every few minutes he would check his phone. Just a quick message, just a short scroll, just one reel. He didn't know it, but his brain was being trained to avoid anything that didn't feel instantly good. He wasn't failing because of lack of effort. He was failing because his focus was leaking away. One day, he deleted every app. He kept a notebook instead of his phone. He didn't touch social media for 7 days. And on day 8, something strange happened. He could read without fidgeting. He could sit still and write. He felt calm. He didn't become smarter. He didn't find a magic productivity tip. He just removed the poison. And his real brain came back. If you want to boost your focus permanently, you must protect it permanently. Dopamine traps are not just distractions. They are invisible chains. Every notification is stealing a piece of your brain. Every scroll is weakening your willpower. And every moment you delay fixing it, your future pays the price. Delete what destroys you. Not because it's easy, but because it's the only way to become the version of you that you know you're meant to be. Tool 2. The one-tab rule. Train your mind to stay locked in. Let's be clear. If your brain is switching between apps, tabs, songs, videos, notifications, and thoughts every few seconds, you are not thinking, you are glitching. And the problem is not just that you're wasting time. The problem is, every time you switch, you damage your brain's ability to focus. Let me explain this with one of the most important, powerful, and little-known brain principles. Your brain can't actually multitask. Science has proven that when you try to focus on multiple things back-to-back, your brain goes through a gap. A short delay called attentional blink. That blink lasts about 500 milliseconds. It may seem small, but here's the danger. Every time you switch tasks, every time you check a new tab, every time you look at your phone while working, your brain goes through this reset. And over time, those resets multiply into loss of memory, lower creativity, mental fatigue, decision paralysis, and most dangerously, the death of your deep focus. There was a student who used to study for hours but never finished anything. He had 9 tabs open, 3 YouTube videos, 1 Spotify playlist, 2 WhatsApp web windows, 1 chat with a friend, 1 online course, and 1 PDF he was supposed to read. He thought he was being productive, but what he didn't know was that his brain was burning out silently. Every switch was resetting his attention. Every blink was draining his focus. And by the end of the day, his brain felt like a foggy cloud. Until he made one decision that changed everything. He closed all 9 tabs and opened only one. He put his phone in another room. He stared at that one task for 90 minutes, with no music, no chat, no clicks. And in those 90 minutes, he did what used to take him 4 hours. From now on, follow this rule like a law. 1 brain, 1 task, 1 tab. Because your brain was not designed to juggle 7 things at once. It was designed to lock in, dive deep, and finish with power. Every time you keep multiple tabs open, you send a message to your brain. You don't need to go deep. Just keep jumping. And your brain obeys. Train your brain like a soldier, not to be fast, but to be unshakable. Because in this world of noise, the one who can focus will own the future. Stop being proud of how many tabs you can open. Start becoming proud of how deeply you can focus. The modern world will reward one thing more than anything else: deep, undistracted, clear, powerful attention. That is your advantage now, and it's being stolen every time you open more than 1 tab. Train your mind to stay locked in, not because it's easy, but because it's everything. Tool 3. Rewire your identity. Become a focused person from the inside out. Let's go deeper now. You've deleted the dopamine traps. You've committed to the 1-tab rule. But now we face the deepest enemy of focus: your own self-image. Let me ask you this. Have you ever said these words? I can't focus. I'm easily distracted. I always procrastinate. My brain is different. I'm not like those successful people. If yes, then your focus is not just being stolen by the outside world. It is being destroyed from within. Because your brain listens to your voice more than anyone else. And if you keep telling it that you're someone who can't focus, it will make that true. This is not just psychology. This is biology. Your brain has something called neuroplasticity. It means it constantly rewires itself based on what you think, say, and do repeatedly. So if you repeat the sentence, "I'm bad at focusing," that becomes your identity. Your brain starts creating pathways that match that belief. You'll feel less motivation, less discipline, less mental energy. But the opposite is also true. If you rewire your identity with powerful self-talk, your brain will start shifting into a focus machine. There was a girl who believed she was lazy. She failed every deadline. Her parents told her she was irresponsible. Her teachers said she was smart but distracted. And one day, she decided to change one thing: not her to-do list, not her app, not her study hours. She changed her words. Every morning she wrote this sentence: I am the kind of person who protects my focus like gold. She wrote it. She said it. She believed it, even when she didn't feel it yet. And in 90 days, she didn't just improve her focus. She became someone else entirely. How to apply this tool today? Create a personal focus identity sentence. Examples: I finish what I start. I am laser focused when it matters. I protect my mind from distraction. I focus for my future, not for fun. Write this sentence in your journal or notebook every morning. Say it out loud, even if you don't fully believe it yet. Every time you feel distracted, repeat the sentence to yourself. Why does this work? Because your brain doesn't care if something is true. It cares if something is repeated. And the more you repeat this identity, the stronger your brain rewires itself to match it. You are not a weak person. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are just a focused person who forgot for a while. But now it's time to remember. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs more clarity. And that clarity begins the moment you decide, I am someone who focuses. I am someone who finishes. I am someone who will no longer betray my future for cheap distractions. Say it, write it, live it. Because identity is not what you're born with. It's what you build. Tool 4, the deep work ritual. Build a 90-minute focus habit that rewires your brain. Let's be brutally honest. You don't lack time. You don't lack intelligence. You don't even lack discipline. You lack a system, a ritual, a consistent daily space where your brain knows, now is the time to go deep. That space is called deep work, and it is the most valuable skill in the modern world. Deep work is when you focus fully, without distraction, on something difficult and meaningful. No scrolling, no multitasking, no switching. Just you and the task. This is the moment your brain enters flow state, where time disappears, creativity explodes, and your best work happens. And guess what? Deep work is not a personality trait. It is a ritual you build. Why 90 minutes? Because science shows that the average human brain can focus deeply for about 90 minutes before needing a rest. So your goal is not to work 8 hours a day. Your goal is to create one sacred 90-minute ritual where you go all in. 90 minutes of real focus equals more powerful than 6 hours of distracted effort. How to create your 90-minute deep work ritual? Pick the same time every day. Your brain loves routine. Example, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. or 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Pick one task, not two, not three. 1. This could be writing, studying, learning English, building your business, planning your future. Create your sacred workspace. Turn off all distractions. Clean your desk. No phone nearby, no background videos, no noise unless it's focus music. Use a countdown timer, 90 minutes. Set it and don't touch anything until it ends. Go silent. Absolute silence is fuel for deep focus. Or use soft ambient music, no lyrics. End the session with a reward, a walk, a short snack, a break. Train your brain to love deep work. Example, there was a boy who tried everything. He bought a planner. He watched motivational videos. He tried 100 apps. Still, he couldn't focus. Until one day, he read about deep work. So he created a rule for himself. No matter what happens today, I will do 90 minutes of deep work at 6 a.m. No distractions, no excuses. For the first 7 days, it was difficult. By day 14, his mind felt sharper. By day 30, he was learning faster, remembering more, and completing in 90 minutes what used to take him 6 hours. It wasn't the planner that changed his life. It was the ritual. Motivation is temporary. Deep work is permanent. You will never feel ready, but you must train your brain to enter focus mode on command. You do that by creating a deep work ritual and showing up for it like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Tool 5. Starve the distraction monster. Take back control of your brain. Let me tell you something that very few people will say honestly. Distraction is not just a habit. It is an addiction. It gives you pleasure. It gives you escape. And it destroys your dreams slowly. With a smile. That's why you must learn not just to delete distractions. You must learn how to starve them. Distractions are like wild animals. The more you feed them, the stronger they become. Every time you give in to scrolling, every time you click a useless video, every time you check your phone during work, you are feeding the monster. And that monster will grow. It will demand more. Until your brain cannot function without noise, dopamine, or stimulation. Your brain has a reward loop. When you do something that gives you quick pleasure, your brain remembers it. And the next time you feel stressed, bored, or tired, your brain says, let's go back to that thing that felt good. That thing might be your phone, a game, a short video, junk food, music, scrolling endlessly. Over time, your brain becomes dependent on distraction. This weakens your focus, it kills your discipline, and it makes you a slave to pleasure. Solution: schedule 1 hour daily of no stimulation time. That means no phone, no screen, no music, no talking, no switching. Do something quiet. Walk, journal, think, read. In this 1 hour, your brain will panic at first. It will scream, I'm bored. That's the monster begging for food. Don't feed it. Over time, the monster becomes weaker, and your focus becomes stronger. Start your mornings in silence. Don't start your day with your phone. Start your day with your own mind. The first 30 minutes of your morning should belong to you, not the world. No notifications, no emails, no news, no scrolling. Just silence, presence, and power. This resets your nervous system and makes your brain ready for focus. Track your distractions. Every time you get distracted, write it down. What were you doing? Why did you stop? What pulled you away? This awareness breaks the automatic pattern. Imagine a girl who couldn't concentrate for more than 10 minutes. She thought something was wrong with her. But she was just surrounded by noise, phone, music, podcasts, messages, videos. So she created a rule: 1 hour every day. No stimulation, just me and silence. The first 3 days were painful. She felt restless, empty, frustrated. But by day 5, something amazing happened. Her thoughts became clearer. Her writing became deeper. Her mood became calmer. And within 30 days, she became someone she never imagined. A focused person, a thinker, a creator, a leader. She didn't change her brain. She just stopped poisoning it. Distraction is not entertainment. It's mental junk food. And you cannot become powerful on a brain fed by garbage. You must starve the monster of distraction. You must let your brain breathe again. You must learn to love silence, even when it feels uncomfortable, because silence is where focus lives, and focus is where your future is waiting. Tool 6. Reprogram your eyes. Master the oculomotor system. To boost your focus, let me ask you a powerful question. Where are your eyes right now? Are they on this screen? Or are they darting around? Phone, tabs, background, TV, messages. Because here's the scientific truth most people don't know. Your eyes control your focus, and your focus controls your life. Let me explain. Inside your brain, there is a system called the oculomotor system. It controls your eye movement, and it's directly linked to your attention system. In simple terms, where your eyes go, your brain follows. This is not a metaphor. This is hard neuroscience. If your eyes are bouncing between your phone screen, your laptop tab, your TV, the fridge, the mirror, your friend's text, then your brain is also bouncing. It is impossible to maintain deep focus when your eyes are in chaos. Most people don't realize this, but every time your eyes look at a notification, your brain resets. Every time you check the time, your brain resets. Every time you shift screens or visuals, your brain resets. And over time, this creates what scientists call visual distraction fatigue. Your brain becomes tired, not because of thinking, but because it is trying to constantly refocus after visual interruptions. That's why even when you're sitting still, you still feel mentally exhausted. Your eyes are draining your brain power. From now on, we train your eyes like a monk trains his mind. Here's how. Visual isolation. When you work, your visual space must be clean and focused. One screen, one object in front of you. No visual clutter, no phone in sight, nothing blinking in the background, no open tabs you're not using. Create a visual tunnel for your eyes, because tunnel vision leads to deep focus. Use the gaze anchor technique. This is simple but powerful. Pick a spot on your screen, book, or workspace, and lock your eyes there for 5 minutes straight. No looking away, no eye movements, no checking your phone. Just train your eyes to hold still. This activates your oculomotor system's stability circuits and teaches your brain to stay in place. Over time, your mind becomes less jumpy, your thoughts stop wandering, and your ability to focus becomes sharp like a laser. Do daily eye control training. Spend 3 minutes every day doing the following. Sit still. Pick a single object, like a pen or dot. Stare at it without moving your eyes. Breathe slowly. Every time your eyes want to move, bring them back. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. You are training the hardware of your attention system. There was a young man who couldn't read for more than 10 minutes. Not because he was bored, but because his eyes would keep looking around. His phone, the light, the door, the clock. He didn't know it, but his eye movement was sabotaging his brain. So he cleaned his desk, removed all visuals except his book, put his phone in another room, and practiced eye anchoring for 5 minutes a day. After 10 days, he could read for 40 minutes straight. After 30 days, he was reading 3 books a month. He didn't change his brain with motivation. He changed it with eye discipline. Your eyes are the steering wheel of your brain. If they are moving randomly, your mind will crash into everything. But if your eyes are focused, your life will move forward like a guided missile. Train your gaze. Control your visual field. Because focus is not just mental, it is physical. And the way you use your eyes will shape your entire future. Tool 7. Build a focus-friendly body. Posture, sleep, water, and brain fuel. Let's talk about something people ignore too often. You can't focus well if your body is not ready. Focus is not just a mindset. Focus is a full-body performance. If your brain is tired, your focus is gone. If your body is dehydrated, your concentration is weak. If your posture is bad, your energy collapses. If your sleep is broken, your thoughts will be too. So let's fix your physical foundation. The system your brain sits inside. Posture equals energy. When you slouch, your lungs collapse. Less oxygen, less blood flow, less brain power. Every time you sit like a shrimp, you are choking your own intelligence. Sit tall. Straight spine. Shoulders back. Chin neutral. Feet on the floor. This posture opens your lungs, supports blood flow, and tells your brain, we're ready, let's focus. This is not about looking confident. This is about activating your biology. Sleep equals mental reset. Your brain is like a muscle, and every night it needs to recover. If you sleep less than 6 to 7 hours, your brain's prefrontal cortex, the focus and decision-making part, starts to shut down. Lack of sleep leads to poor concentration, shorter attention span, emotional instability, brain fog, low motivation. Your mind cannot operate on a broken recovery system. Make sleep a ritual. Fixed bedtime. No phone 1 hour before sleep. No caffeine 6 hours before sleep. Dark room, cool temperature, total silence. You are not lazy if you sleep 8 hours. You are smart. Because you are sharpening your weapon. Water equals brain fuel. Your brain is made of 75% water. When you're dehydrated, your brain cells shrink. Literally. Even 1% dehydration can reduce your cognitive ability by over 10%. That's why you feel tired, foggy, and slow, even if you slept well. Solution: drink 1 glass of water every morning after waking up. Keep a water bottle near your desk. Drink 8 to 10 glasses daily minimum. Don't wait to feel thirsty. By the time you're thirsty, you're already unfocused. Water is not just for your body, it's brain fuel. Food equals focus power. Junk food destroys focus. It spikes your blood sugar, then crashes your energy. Replace sugary snacks with nuts, fruits, protein bars, soda with water, coconut water, or lemon water. Fast food with balanced meals. Eat foods that stabilize your energy, not drain it. Your brain needs real fuel, not junk that turns you into a zombie. Imagine, a freelancer tried everything to become productive. Time blocking, app blockers, Pomodoro, mind maps. Still, he was always foggy and distracted. Then someone asked him, "What time do you sleep? How much water do you drink? Do you sit up straight when working?" He realized he was treating his body like garbage and expecting his brain to perform like a machine. So he changed everything. Slept 7.5 hours, fixed his posture, drank 2 liters of water daily, ate real food, sat tall, breathed deeply, and worked in blocks. Within 2 weeks, his energy doubled. Within 4 weeks, his income did too. Why? Because his brain was finally getting the support it deserved. If you want a focused mind, you must build a focus-friendly body. You can't run high-performance software on a broken system. So fix your sleep, fix your hydration, fix your fuel, fix your posture. Because discipline doesn't start in your mind. It starts in your body. Tool 8. Lock yourself into focus mode. Design an environment that makes success unavoidable. Let's tell the truth. You cannot rely on willpower forever. You cannot keep fighting distraction every day. You cannot keep hoping that you'll feel like it. You need a stronger system, a smarter system. One that doesn't just help you focus. It forces you to focus. That system is called environmental design. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. If your room is filled with noise, your phone is next to your face, your bed is 1 step away, and your screen is filled with 10 open tabs, then your brain has already lost the battle. Before you even begin, your environment will always win. That's why smart people don't try harder. They design smarter. Your brain is constantly taking signals from your environment. Every sound, every object, every light, every movement, every position of your body. Your brain is reading it all, silently. And based on what it sees and hears around you, it chooses how to behave. So, if your desk is messy, your bed is nearby, your phone is blinking, your lights are too bright or too low, your brain starts saying, "This is not a focus space. This is a distraction space," and you get pulled into failure without realizing why. From this moment on, you will take control of your environment and turn it into a focus sanctuary, a place where distraction dies, and your brain enters warrior mode automatically. Here's how. Create a dedicated focus zone. Never study or work on your bed. Never work in a noisy kitchen. Never try to focus in a space where your brain is used to relaxing. Set up one place that becomes your sacred focus zone, even if it's just a small table in a corner. Make this place clean, organized, well lit, comfortable chair, no phone nearby. Nothing on the desk except what you need. When your brain sees this zone, it will begin to understand. This is where we focus. This is who we are now. Use the invisible barrier trick. Tell your family or friends, between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., this is my focus time. Please don't interrupt me. This creates a mental barrier, even if you're not in a private room. When people see that signal, they pause. When your brain sees that signal, it locks in. Hide your phone. Completely. Not on the table. Not in your pocket. Not face down. Put it in another room. Your brain is always watching it, even if it's silent. Just seeing your phone reduces your focus by 30 to 40%, even if you don't touch it. Out of sight equals out of mind. Set the atmosphere of focus. Light a candle. Turn on soft instrumental music. Breathe deeply for 2 minutes before you begin. Create a startup ritual that tells your brain, it's time to go deep. You're not just working, you're entering battle, and your space must reflect that. Reward your brain. After you win. Once your focus session is done, reward yourself. A walk, a snack, a call, a short video. Train your brain to associate your focus environment with positive emotion, not pain. You're building a habit loop. Cue, focus zone. Action, deep work. Reward, healthy pleasure. Over time, your brain will start craving this zone. It will want to return to it, because it becomes the place where you feel strong, calm, and clear. There was a girl who failed to focus for years. She blamed herself. She thought she was broken. She thought she was lazy, until someone said, "Your brain isn't broken. Your environment is just too loud." She cleaned her desk, removed all digital clutter, set one time and one chair, put a sign on her door, placed her phone in a drawer. She made one promise. Every day from 8 to 9 p.m., I will sit here and build my dream. Within 30 days, she built an online business. Her English improved. Her self-esteem returned. Her focus, once scattered, became unbreakable. She didn't change her motivation. She changed her environment. If you can't change yourself yet, change your space. Because your space will change you. Your room is not just a room. It is a mirror of your future. So make it quiet. Make it focused. Make it sacred. Don't leave your brain exposed to noise, chaos, and distraction. Build an environment so powerful that success becomes unavoidable. Let your room speak for you. Here lives a focused person. Here begins a new future. Here we don't scroll, we build. Here we don't escape life, we take control of it. You have now learned how dopamine is destroying your brain and how to fight back. How multitasking and attentional blink are robbing you of your future. How to rewire your identity to become someone who finishes what they start. How to build the most powerful daily ritual, deep work. How to starve the distraction monster before it eats your dreams. How your eyes control your brain, and how to master the oculomotor system. How your body, your sleep, posture, and water is the hidden fuel of focus. And finally, how your environment is either stealing your focus or giving you a future. You now have the full system, not tips, not hacks, but a transformation plan. Use it, live it, own it, and remember, if you wait for motivation, you will wait forever. But if you train your brain, you will become unstoppable. If this video gave you power, if it gave you clarity, if it gave you the tools you've been searching for, then don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to this channel, not just for videos, but to build a new life, together. This is not the end. This is the beginning of the most focused, most powerful, and most dangerous version of you. Now go do what most people never do. Close this video, open your deep work ritual, and start building the life you promised yourself.